on In Radio, YouTube and your smart speakers. I'm James Cridland, the radio futurologist. This week, smart speakers for smart listeners. Next week, the Amazon Echo comes out in Canada. It's the second smart speaker to get there. The first was the Google Home. All the research, of which there's really quite a lot, seems to show that radio goes well with smart speakers. Data from the UK shows some very good results for radio when you look at total audio time with speakers. Now, I have a Google Home and I use it for music and for live radio, and it's been pretty impressive once I know what to call the station. ABC Radio Brisbane won't play. It tells me it can't find it. But 612 ABC Brisbane, branding it got rid of in January, gets me the radio station I'm looking for. Trying to tune into 4ZZZ was a bit harder until I remembered that I'm talking to a computer, because when you listen to the radio station you hear it calling itself 4ZZZ, so you might think that listen to 4ZZZ would work, but it doesn't. Instead, I discovered that if I asked for 4ZZZ, then I can tune in. There's been a lot of research on getting these smart speakers working better. The brand we know the radio station as isn't necessarily what the official name of the radio station is. Listen to Radio 4 would be used by many in the UK, even though it's actually called BBC Radio 4. And the amount of stations who are desperate to call themselves the new Blar FM, instead of just Blar FM, will also fox the devices a bit. For the Amazon Echo, at least, things are slightly easier once you have your own skill, which is what they call apps on these things. You need to get your audience to get your skill installed, and perhaps that's the hardest thing, but once you've done that, you can get listeners tuning in quite easily. And it's no different, to be honest, to the attention that we give our radio frequency. We need to remind audiences repeatedly what our allocated random number is, so that people find our radio station again. Many radio stations have their frequency as part of their name, therefore. So perhaps it's time to think about how we educate our audience to tune into us on a smart speaker as well. If we tell them that we're available that way, perhaps that means that radio reaches into more rooms in the house, and that's probably a good thing. So when next making fillers and promos for your radio station, perhaps one might be something along the lines of, got an Amazon Echo? Ask Alexa to listen to WABC and get us playing everywhere. Or as WBZ News Radio recently did, remind people on social media how to tune in. This tweet says, out of the loop, need to catch up on today's news? Just ask Alexa, listen to WBZ 1030 and get WBZ News Radio live on iHeartRadio right now. Smart speakers pose a good opportunity for radio, so let's make the most of it. You can get my weekly newsletter at james.crid.land and daily podcast news at podnews.net. And until next time, however you're listening, keep listening.